Hello everybody, welcome to the Daily Brick. My name is Nick. Today we're looking at set number 72046, the LEGO Game Boy. There are a total of 421 pieces in this set, a lot of which are printed. There are only 2 stickered parts in the entire set, and there are 3, count them, 3 holographic cards that allow you to show the different screens of the set. I love the fact that you can do that. You can actually swap them out really easily. I will show you that, and you can change out the different cards, and there's the different cards for Zelda Link's Awakening and Super Mario Land. You can see on the Mario one, he sort of jumps up and down, and the Link one, you can see that it's just Link and Zelda sitting on a log. I thought it would have been funny if like Ganondorf appeared in one of the frames. That would have been really funny. On the build itself, we're actually going to take a look at the side builds first. So we do have the game cartridge for the Super Mario Land. We do have the game cartridge for Super Mario Land right here. This is again one of the only stickers in this set, so you can see it looks just like the Super Mario Land sticker on the actual game cartridge. And then this 2x6 tile right up here, that is printed, and it does have the Game Boy logo on there, and it does say Nintendo Game Boy. The game cartridge is built really well. There is one of these Technic hinge plates back here, so you can kind of put that on a ratchet, and that is how it actually clicks into the back of the Game Boy. I'll show you that. You can actually just take the cartridge and just slide it right on in, and there are 2 clips in there that do attach to the ratchets, but not fully, so you can actually sort of have it loose in there. It's easy to get in and out. You can take off the front panel on the cartridge, and you can see that there are some electrical components in there, so there is that ribbon right there, so that is the strip of wires that runs through it, and then you've got some of the green components, which is always cool to see. That is the same for the Zelda. As you can put this back down right there, we're going to take a look at the Zelda as well. The Zelda does have a little stand that comes with it, so it's not specifically meant for the Zelda. However, you can take the stand that it does give you and put the extra holographic cards in there. I'll show you those again. Those are really cool. The Zelda does have the Link's Awakening sticker on there, so that is put on really well, and does have a this side out, which is really nice, so that'll show you which side does supposed to face out towards you when you plug it in. And it does also have, it looks like an itemized number right down there, so that's pretty cool. And it also does have the Nintendo seal that you would find on all of, this is specifically for me, you find on all of the DS games and all the Wii games. And you can also see official Game Boy game pack right up there, so that is awesome. And that is the same for the Super Mario Land as well. The Zelda looks really good, and I really hope that we do get more Zelda sets going forward. I think we need more than the Deku Tree. For the stand, it is built sideways, so it is built in a slot technique. It is built really simply. It just has these 2 clips down there, and this is essentially what it works with on the inside of the Game Boy to put the cartridges inside. It just clips on there, so it does kind of sit loose on there, but you can very easily just take it off, but it's enough to keep it held in place, which is awesome. On the back, you can see that there are these little slots meant for the holographic cards, like I did just show you, so they can easily just slide in and out of there, and that's kind of meant for an extra holder, so that is really nice. Before we get to the Game Boy itself, it does have a small stand. Again, very simple builds, just using some sloped and tiled pieces right there, so that is really simple. It does use this Technic pin. It doesn't actually pin into anything. It is simply meant for the bottom of the Game Boy where the charger would go, or actually the headphone plug would go. You take that and you just kind of sit it on there, and it does sit on the top of that loose. For the main event, we do have the Game Boy. The size is perfect. The scale is fantastic. On the front, we do have A and B, and those are using minifig hat pieces. I could not tell if they are new or if they are old. They kind of look like the same hat that come on the minifig that comes for the Night Bus driver, so that is definitely something that I have to look into. I love it in this magenta color though. Those are both put in there just using some different rubber pieces on the other side, so they are able to bounce in and out, which they feel just like real buttons. It's really crazy how they were able to get that. Right down here, you have the start and select. These are just 2 loose tires wedged in between these 1x2 cheese slopes, so you do have the start and the select, and you can push them in as much as you want. They're not going to go anywhere. They're not going to bend, so that's awesome. Underneath the A and B, you do have a vent right down here. That is perfect. That is printed on as well, and then you also have the headphones right there, so that is perfect down there on this 2x4. On the very top, you do have a 1x6 and a 1x3 tile, both of which are printed, that says dot matrix with stereo and sound. The 2 prints don't really line up as perfectly as you'd think they would. They kind of are a little askew, so I'm not entirely sure what happened with the printing process there. Right above that, you do have a 1x8 tile that has the on and off switch, so you can take this, as you can see, it's currently off. You can take this Technic brick up here and just slide it on over, and if you listen, you can hear the clicking of the on and off switch, and that works so well. That is just done with a 1x1 Technic brick with a pinhole in it, and then there is a long pin in there just in light gray, so that does allow you to just switch back and forth, and it's got some really good tension on it, but not enough to where it's going to get stuck, and it just makes that clicking sound that's so satisfying. You come over here, you have an external connector port, so you can take a little external connector and put that right in there. And then you also have the volume dial, so you can move that up and down and pretend that you are changing the volume. On the back, we're not even going to be done with those details. You do have a larger vent right back here, along with this 6x8 tile that does have some printing on it. You can see the back cartridge right there. That is for the batteries, so you can take that out, and that's where the batteries would be right there. And then you have up here just a little panel with a item number right there as well. You can take this panel off, and you can see on the inside there are some more pieces for a motherboard on the inside of this. You can't take this back panel off. I wish you could, just so you could see more inside. But this is how you take that front panel out, is that you just lift that, and that is just sitting loose inside of there. On the holographic card, you can see that you can sort of tilt it up and down, and it does change with each tilt. This is just the base one. This one is my favorite, so it does have the Nintendo logo going about halfway into that card, and it does look really, really good. I love that effect. I think that the scratchy 3D is something that we've never gotten in a Lego set before, so that's awesome. It does have 2025, the Lego group down there, and it has the item number and a Nintendo copyright as well, so that is definitely unique to this set. The other two, as you can see, are the different ones that I did tell you about earlier. Those ones are the Zelda and the Mario. So the Zelda one right here, Link's Awakening, you can see Link and Zelda sitting on a log together with some trees on their sides with some birds in the background. It's really good. I love that. This one doesn't really have a lot of movement other than the birds and the ocean. The ocean does kind of like shimmer, so you can see the light coming off of that, and the birds do move as well. On the Mario does have a little bit more movement. You can see Mario jumping up and down there to hit a question block, and you can see that he gets a star, and also the two Goombas on the bottom row, they also move, so those can go left and right, which is awesome. And let's see, we are on World 1 of 1, so we're on level 1, world 1, and we've got 43 coins already with a total of 1 life and 7,400 points and a timer of 294 seconds, so we're good on time on this level. Overall, the Nintendo Game Boy is such a steal of a set. I love the amount of details included in this. I really think that if you are a die-hard gamer or just a gamer in general that did have a Game Boy, then you are definitely going to want this one for your collection. It makes a really good display piece as well, so I think that this is very worth it, especially at that price point of $59.99. I don't think that this is that bad for that. The price per piece, again, is a little worse, but, you know, if you're not that type of person, then that's totally fine. I think that the Nintendo tax definitely does play a role in the price of this set, but again, for $60, you're getting so much, especially for things that are new, things that we have never seen before in Lego form. Super Mario Land being one of the games is really cool, just because we've never gotten a Super Mario Land representation in Lego before, as well as Zelda and the Link's Awakening, which is just awesome. Again, like I said, this set is so worth the price. I really think that you should get one if you do find one out in the wild, then definitely go ahead and grab it. Again, really good display piece, and yeah, that is going to be all for now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.